Welcome to the Annie Jennings PR Real Stories of Success podcast series. Annie Jennings is the creator of the most powerful radio campaign in the country, where you are booked on high-impact shows in top markets, and she is famous for guaranteed deliverables in not just radio, but also television, print, and online media placements. My name is Stacey Emerald Kaufman. I'm the radio director for Annie Jennings PR and interviewer for Jennings Wire Online magazine, a special community of bloggers and podcasters that is capturing the heart of America. Today we are sharing a real story of success, which will give listeners an inside look into what it's like to work with top media placement firm Annie Jennings PR. And joining me is Wilma Jones, an author, blogger, speaker, and coach dedicated to helping people live better, not bitter, after devastating life experiences, using the principles of positive psychology. Her most recent book is the reader-acclaimed Living Happier After. 20 Women Talk About Life After Divorce, which we helped promote during her national radio campaign that included CBS Radio, Sirius XM, and major markets such as Washington, D.C., Boston, Houston, and much more. So welcome, Wilma. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Stacey.
Well, you are welcome. So, we've got a lot of buzz going on in terms of the Annie Jennings PR radio campaigns with the big shows, as I just mentioned, unlimited media training. You get your guaranteed deliverables, certain numbers of interviews depending on what campaign that you sign up for. You are guaranteed to receive that many shows. So with all of that going on and having experienced that campaign, what would have been your favorite part in terms of working with Annie Jennings PR and the radio team?
Well, I think it was just exciting to receive the phone calls and the emails from you and Jason almost on a daily basis with different opportunities that I could evaluate in terms of my schedule and in terms of, how everything fit together. I liked it. It felt like we worked as a team and that you wanted me to succeed as much as I did.
Absolutely. What we like to say is we feel as if we're the vehicle for people such as yourself who have messages, who have experiences, and advice to help people out there, but maybe just don't have the avenues to get the information to the public. We love to say that our mission statement is for the betterment of all. And so we're always looking for you to have success, just as much as you would like to be successful. And I know that we spoke a number of times before you signed on with us. So, and that was, for even, I don't know, what,
it was over a year.
Months? Over a year?
It was over a year.
Yeah.
It was about 13 or 14 months that I spoke with you. I was looking at a couple of other options. At that time, I ended up selecting another option that I was extremely disappointed with. And it kind of knocked me on my butt for a minute in terms of PR. And once I made the decision to continue on with what I was, with my effort to better promote my book and workshops, and also, most importantly, to get the message out there to women that you don't have to let what you've been through define you. The passion just wouldn't let it go, and so I reconnected with you and made the decision. And I was extremely pleased with everything we were able to accomplish, and with the reach that I got for the different shows.
And you know what, Wilma, we get that story a lot too, where people will talk to us and kind of maybe even put the PR efforts on the back burner, or as you said, make a decision to go another direction. And then a lot of people just like you will come back to us. Now so you were disappointed with the other choice that you made, and then talking to us again several times, what clinched it for you? What made you say, obviously your experience, but what made you say, you know what, I need to give them a shot?
Well, I think one of the things was that when I reconnected with you, just like you probably didn't even know that I had made another selection. When I reconnected with you, it was just like, hey, great to hear from you. what are you trying to do now, kind of what's going on. And we just kind of picked up like I had spoken to you, a week or two before. So
right.
I think that part was something that made me feel, comfortable. Not that I wasn't comfortable before, but, I just kind of felt a little more confident in the relationship, in that you were extremely professional, and again, we're focused on what you could do for me as a customer, and so that, I think that was part of it. But I also made with kind of a pros and a cons list in terms of what I was doing, because of course this is kind of my side hustle. I have a day job. I'm a single mom. I have a mortgage and bills, and I have a certain amount allotted that I want to, invest in, because that's what PR is an investment in yourself. And I felt that or in your passion or your business. And I just felt that the guarantee made me feel confident that, you guys were going to work hard, because, you have a business as well, and you have a reputation to keep. So it turned out to be a really good fit for my message and for how things, turned out, as well as the relationships that I've been able to establish as a result of the interviews with the producers, with the talent, and with people whom I met as a result of going to the station or that kind of thing. So it was a really good experience.
And Wilma, you basically, you stole my thunder, because I was going to ask you about how you were able to leverage the interviews and the relationships and so on. Talk to us a little bit about that, because I know that we did focus in on your local market where you were able to go in studio. So tell us about those experiences and again, what you did to leverage them.
Great. I'd love to tell you. The interviews that I did that were in studio were, again, here in Washington, D.C., where I live in the area. And one was at Sirius, and one was at one of the top stations in D.C., WHUR, especially during drive time, with a fantastic host, Frank Ski. And the interviews were, very good. Like with the Maggie Litton interview, it was such that I could hardly get out of the studio because people were continuing to call, and her next interview was going on, and I was still standing out near the producer taking phone calls. So I was able to make connections there, and I mentioned my workshops and my next book, and the producer was already connected with me and said, keep me up to date on, when those things happen. So it not only, I guess the fact that, you guys prepared me, and, I was professional, and I tried to give the best interview that I could, turned out to be, at least from a PR perspective, I have an ongoing relationship with her, and that she's asked me to, not like I'm saying, can I contact you? She's like, we want to have you on again. Let me know when those things happen. So that was wonderful. But the interaction and things that happened from the WHUR interview have been almost mind-boggling. I had my first interview there was on a Friday afternoon. They had me come back the next Thursday for a specific relationship spot, which dealt with another facet of the living happier after experience. And then my book was passed around to a few people whom I still need to get some copies to, a couple of those people at the station, and different producers for WHUR's different shows, because they have a number of stations under their brand, from everything from Sirius to, a student-run station. And so I was on a number of those shows. I think right now my count is like 6. And this is for a show that happened in August. So just a couple of months, things have really been extremely positive. And so now I've decided to crawl up under a rock for a little bit and finish my next book so we can work together again soon.
Oh, well, this is fantastic, and we just hope the best for you, and we know that your next book will be out shortly, bigger and better than ever, and I want to tell our listeners that you can learn all about Wilma's books and her services and her next level ideas and advice on her blog, which is fantastic. So please visit Wilma Jones at livinghappierafter.com. Don't put the ever in there. It took me a long time, right? livinghappierafter.com.
Absolutely.
Right. That's right. Thank you, Wilma. Really has been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
And this podcast is presented by Annie Jennings with the national publicity firm Annie Jennings PR, the creator of Jennings Wire Online Magazine. For more information on how you, too, can experience media placement success, please visit us at AnnieJenningsPR.com. Until next time.